No, it's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. No, that's just the first one. But that's not how these guys work. Usually they send in another one right behind it. Now these non-renewable energies. Now these sheep are going to need love to get out of this. I'll say it again. It's going to take a whole lot of love to get out of this one. Now they're not out of this fight yet. Now the next one will be right behind it. It'll be right behind it and you better be ready. So what are we going to do? How are we going to save these trees? Now what can we do to prevent these things from hitting the land? I came up with an idea. Now if you notice the water molecule, it has opposite electrical charges. Now, it has a negative charge on that oxygen side and it's positively charged on the hydrogen side. We can use that to our advantage. Now we're going to spin this thing the other direction. Now we're going to send it out into the ocean. Now, instead of living in fear, we're going to look at these hurricanes a different way. Now, it's a tremendous amount of energy, a tremendous amount of oxygen and hydrogen gas. Now, two of the most precious elements known to man. Now, it's coming in tremendous amounts. Now, it's an endless amount of clean power, of clean energy. So we're going to manipulate the hurricane. And we might need some electrical towers. No, we're gonna use the water molecule. We're gonna add an electrical voltage. We're gonna get it spinning. We're gonna get that spinning action. So you can manipulate the water molecule. Now we might be able to dump a ton of nano particulate material in the atmosphere. Let me dump this pepper in there so you can see it. And we get that spinning action, just like a hurricane. Now, if I want, I could change the polarity. We could send it the other direction. I can get it to spin in the other direction. Think about it. Using electrical power to manipulate the hurricane. We can send it in a safe direction, away from these sheeples' home. Now it might take nanoparticulate technology, lots of radio towers, but you can manipulate the water molecule and get it spinning. So all I had to do was switch the polarity and I could spin it in the other direction. Now I say let the energy come to us. Let the energy come to us. Now we'll learn to manipulate and control and harness the power of these hurricanes. It's tremendous power. Now how are we going to do that? Think about it. And we're going to create an electromagnetic field. We're going to use the Earth's spinning electromagnetic field that's already there. And we're going to manipulate the water molecule. And we're going to lower the resistance of the storm. So we're going to create an anode and a cathode. In the storm, we're going to use a plane. Think about this. And we're going to dump gold, silver, platinum. No, tons of gold. No, it's cheaper than getting hit with this damn thing. Think about it. And we're going to fly through the storm. Deliver the payload. And then once we've lowered the resistance, we'll be able to send an electromagnetic field. And we get that spinning action. And we can use microwave radar towers. No, I didn't say it was going to be cheap. And we're going to fly in and we're going to dump the material right on the back of the plane. The plane's going to fly on. And think of it like this, like a piece of iron, and it's in the air. Now it's magnetic. You're going to get that rotating action. No, the more powerful the electromagnetic field, the faster we can make it spin. No, we can slow it down. We can stall it if we have to. Whatever it takes to keep it away from us. No, work for these guys. Work for these non-renewable energy companies. So it should work for these sheeple, right? No, we'll steer it out into the ocean so we don't have to face this damn thing. A little bit of science, right? And we change the polarity and we'll send it the other direction. Now, and your ions are extremely important. And the water molecule. Now, I'm using distilled water, purified water in this container over here. I'm going to show you how I did that. And this is my anode and my cathode. I have round magnets. I got these out of the microwave. I'm using a piece of plastic here. It's the dielect. I separate the two of them like this. I put the plastic on there. And then I add the magnets and put them in the center. And I use this little rod to connect. So I connect the negative and the positive side. And I'll either connect the positive to the bottom or the negative to the top. Depending on which way I want it to spin. You know, the electrons are permanently in sync, moving inside the magnet. Think about that, just like the Earth's magnetosphere. Frozen in time. You can do this with your own urine. So is it possible? Can we use the HHO gas technology to manipulate the weather through the water molecule? No, he who controls the water controls the world. No, and the hydrogen and the oxygen, it's the most abundant thing we have in the galaxy. No, it's the most precious thing. No, the entire universe. No, life can't exist without it. It's an endless amount of clean energy, of clean fuel. No, and these non-renewable energies, they've thrown everything at us down here in Florida, everything but the kitchen sink. Well, the climate engineers, they've let loose. So we continue on with the technology. I wanted to show you guys some of this, how it worked. I used a DC square wave and I plugged into the wall. I had 120 volts and I used my bridge rectifier. We're going to steer it in the other direction. We're going to keep this thing away from our homes. It's going to take a little science. Once we got our ions up there, we got the magnetic field. You know, we got our anode and our cathode acting as our gold and silver. You know, and then we're going to hit it with an electromagnetic pulse. So we're going to get this thing spinning. We're going to manipulate those water molecules. We're going to lower the resistance of the air. We're going to go into the microwave. We're going to rip the magnetron out of the microwave. So we're going to build these things in our backyard. No, everybody would be doing it. There's no sense going with the cheap metal like the aluminum. No, there's no sense going with the aluminum or the barium. It's just a waste of your time. Now go with the good stuff. You're going to do it right. Go ahead and get the gold and the silver. It'll be super conductive. You'll really get that thing spinning. The more voltage you feed this thing, the further out you send it into the ocean. That's what the magnetron does. Have to build like a prototype. Be like some kind of weather warfare. Everybody will be doing it. Now I know what you're thinking. This is an expensive idea. And what's going to happen when all these elements come raining down on all these sheeple and everyone? Well, I didn't think that far ahead yet. I was just showing you guys how to move the storm. It was just an idea. In case nobody thought of it yet. No, when this thing comes within range, we're going to microwave the dog shit out of it. Then we'll have our own civilian towers. And we'll be in like some kind of battle with the New World Order. We'll weather warfare back and forth, right? Everybody be pushing the storm one way or the other. Like I said, we'll use the Earth's electromagnetic field. It's already there. Get it spinning the other way.